Hello, hello. Thanks. We are just finishing it off today. We don't have too much more to do to this. Isn't it pretty? That one is really, really pretty. I really like that one. I didn't go out today besides to clean. I'm gonna go to the grocery store tomorrow. But I did have it last year and it was good. It was like Lucky Charms, but it was like really sweet. Really sweet too. Yeah, it's like a light kind of teal color. Yeah. You got your masterpiece. Woohoo! Hooray. And it arrived safely, I'm assuming. I hope. Okay. All right, I think we're ready. I think we're ready. Oh, thanks. My hollow packaging. I try and use hollow packaging if I can, because that's my thing. But sometimes I have to reuse boxes to make it fit. All right, so we're really just doing top dots on this thing today. So that's fun. And I don't know what else we're gonna do, so. Hello, hello. 30K. All right, we can do that. We can do that, I think. So I was painting some coasters yesterday, and I was super pumped about it because they looked really freaking pretty. And then today, I put some liquid latex on the back to prep them for resin. And these are just coasters that I'm pretty sure I bought them from Hobby Lobby a while ago. I just kind of like found them in my stash of things, you know. And I don't know if it's just like the quality of the wood is different than what I'm used to, but they warped. And kind of pissed off about it. So I'm hoping that I'm able to like fix it, but you know, we'll see. I have them, basically what I did is I poured water on them to have like the wood soak it up, and then I have them like in between some sheets of like parchment paper and like something heavy to try and like warp it back the other direction and therefore like flat again. So I don't know if we're gonna be successful, and I'm like really pissed off because they were so pretty and I really liked them. And like I use liquid latex all the time, so like I didn't really think that anything was gonna happen. So it has to be the quality of the wood is just different than what I'm used to working with. So now I know, don't use liquid latex on coasters from Hobby Lobby. Hello, hello. Your dragon is under its final coat of epoxy, I hope. It should be the final coat. It might need one more, but I never know until it's done. So I think it'll be fine though. I would show it to you, but it's wet. Oh, thanks. I'm excited too. I think you'll love it. You guys, so the latex dry. It didn't fully dry. I ripped it off because I panicked. It was like mostly dry, but I could still, you know how like it gets hard, but like you can still like see it's a little bit lighter in the center, but like the top is like you can touch it. So it like wasn't fully dry, but I didn't let it get fully dry because, you know, I saw that it was warping and I was hoping that maybe I could like save it. So I tore it all off and yeah, I don't know. But yeah, it's never happened. Like it was bad. Like they kind of went like this. And yeah, I was like, well, shit balls, that blows. So yeah, I'm hoping I can save it because they were really pretty. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't want to chance it. I didn't want to chance it. I got nervous. Have you worked with their coasters before? Is that how you know? But I got an email today from 24 Hour Crafts, like just like a regular email, like nothing special. And at the bottom, it has like pictures of like people's art with that they've made with their stuff, and they added my giraffe to the bottom of their email. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I was just too nervous. I spent too long on them yesterday to let them be ruined. They were real pretty though. Real pretty. Oh, that's not the color I wanted. I'm not dotting with the same color. Sheesh. So basically, next time I do them, I'm just gonna have to figure out something else to use to protect the bottom from like any resin drip. That is if I decide to keep doing coasters. I know, I thought it was awesome. I was like, hey, that's mine. That's mine. I'm excited for this one. This one's fun. So how's everybody's Monday going? Mine has been a frickin' Monday. Like, you know, one of those Mondays that just suck. I think it has to do with kind of like the weather too, but the fact that my coasters may or may not be ruined really bummed me out today. Hey, thanks. What's going on? Oh yeah, I perfectly, or I definitely planned to just dot away all day today, but that didn't happen. Like, you know, you ever like make something and then something goes wrong and then like you're just like, now I just don't want to do it at all. That was me. As soon as I noticed that my coasters like might have gotten ruined, I was just like, I don't feel like painting. I'm like super bummed out. I don't want to paint anything right now. So instead, I just I just cleaned. I cleaned a lot today. Trying to keep my mind off it. Exactly, the art. The art to brighten the day. Oh, nice. Working on some cups, working on some cups. That's always fun. I always forget what color I do wear. I want to make sure I pretty much get it the same. So just as a heads up, you guys, I probably will not be having my Friday or Saturday lives this week. Definitely not Saturday, and if I go live Friday, it's gonna be like early in the morning, like not in the afternoon like I normally go live. So if I were to go live Friday, it'll be in the morning, but I can't like completely commit to that yet. But yeah, I have to babysit my fur siblings this weekend, and so that's kind of interrupting my normal kind of schedule because I'm not gonna bring stuff to paint at my parents' house. No, it's always the same time, like on Mondays and Tuesdays. It's either like 6:30ish usually. I go cleaning around like 3:30, 3:45ish for a few hours with my friend. So yeah, Mondays and Tuesdays, they're always the same time. Yeah, it is on my page. Hello, hello, what's going on? I have a cat sitting next to me, just literally staring into my soul. It's a little creepy, Tub. What doing? He's cute though. His tail's curled around himself and he's just sitting there. I don't know if you guys can see him or not. Hold on. I'll flip my camera. Maybe. And not drop my iPad. There he is. Hi, bud. What doing? Nice wee man. Are you just sitting there being a good boy? But no, because I'm talking to you. Now you're going to come over and hang out with me, huh? Huh, now you're going to want to try and come up on my lap. Come on. You can do it. Come on. Come on. Come on. You got 2 seconds and then I'm going to go back to painting. 1. Are you coming up or not? I'm going to move. Okay, goodbye. Yeah, he's not allowed to paint because he's going to mess up my stuff. I can never figure out how to flip my damn camera again. All right. My iPad fell over. Yeah, he walked away. He's over it. He walked away. So that pink color is this one. Yeah, He's always hungry. He has all the food that he could ever need, but he's always hungry. My silly boy. Oh, hello. What's going on, guys? Adding some glitter. Adding some glitter paints for like a little extra sparkle. Not really a fan of this specific glitter paint, but it's the only pink one that I have, so I'm just kind of dealing with it. It's a little chunkier than the glitter paints that I like to use, but it'll still look pretty in the end. It's just not my favorite. Lots of pinks. Thanks. Thank you. Oh, you are? How's it going? How's it turning out? Looking good so far? Or did you just start it? I don't have any pieces prepped right now, so we're gonna have to, my bad, I didn't prepare myself for tonight, I guess, but I mean, we'll figure something out. We're just not gonna do an animal. We're not gonna do any animals tonight. Oh no, that's not good, Shane. Is he okay though? Well, is the plumber gone now? Because then, you know, now you can do a bunch of stuff. All right, so I think we're gonna call it quits on the Flamingo. We're gonna let it dry, let some of those like sparkle paint come through, and then yeah, I will resin it sometime. But yeah, thank you. I look at the color shifts. Isn't that fun? I love it. It is pink, but it goes to like a gold, rose goldy kind of color shift. And then there's some glitter too. But, oh, that's crappy. What plumber doesn't clean up after himself? All right, so here are the coasters I worked on today. So, these are not warped. I don't know, are they done? Maybe they're done. No, I still need a little bit more to do on this one. Oh, awkward. Well, hopefully he's okay. So he hasn't learned to clean up after he's done. I mean, why would your job be on the line? Because you trained him? Because that's not your fault. I guess not. Unfortunately, that's a shame. That's a freaking shame. All right, so we can either start 2 other coasters, all for funsies, I guess, at this point, because I have not decided, or I haven't figured out how to like seal them without them warping beforehand. So we can either do a coaster set, or we can paint some letter keychains. Well, the other coasters look way better. These coasters are fine for now. Let me show you the coasters that I'm currently trying to fix. These are the coasters that are warping, that warped under the resin, or the latex. So I'm really upset about it because I really, really liked these ones. I think they turned out really, really nice. So if I have to just toss them, I'm going to be pretty pissed. So I poured water all over them, and I'm like letting them sit, and hopefully I can get them to, you know, flatten out. Hopefully. I have the wax paper because I don't want like the paint like to, I mean, it's dry, but I don't know. I'm kind of afraid it's going to stick to my table somehow. So I have them upside down on a piece of like wax paper, but like nothing behind it. And then I have like a plastic thing on like a bin on top with like heavy things. So hopefully that fixes them. I thought about using UV, but I don't know. Maybe I will on these ones. I need to seal them first. No, I put liquid latex on the back and the wood warped. So this morning, not these ones, the other ones, but put liquid latex on the back of these so that when I resin them, if they dripped, like I could, you know, peel it off. And the liquid latex was drying, and when I flipped them over after it was mostly dry, I noticed that they started like kind of warping like a bowl kind of. So I'm trying to get the other ones flat again. These ones, I don't know, maybe I'll just put some tape on the bottom and hope for the best. But all right, so I saw letter keychains, right? We're gonna do letter keychains. Or are we doing coasters? Letter keychains or coasters? I'm good. How are you? We're just trying to decide what to paint today. Keychains. All right, we got a couple votes for keychains. Maybe. All right. So I just have a bunch of letters, nothing in particular right now. I've just prepped a bunch because I need to make a bunch. It is, yeah. These will be dotted as well. I'm just getting ready for them. But here's one of my coasters that I was playing around with. Oh, I don't have any more sloths right now. I basically order them as they're like ordered. So if you want a sloth and you want me to make one, they have to be ordered first right now because I don't have the money to just buy wood all the time. I buy as needed. You haven't painted in days. Oh yeah, how's your quilling thing going? No, you're okay. I don't have any wood things prepped anyways, unfortunately. I'm kind of slacking. Kind of slacking. All right, what colors are we going to use? Doesn't really matter because I need a bunch. Wait. We have a bunch of A's. We have one J, so we'll do a J. We need a G. We need K's. We'll do some K's. And an M. So we'll start with these 5 first. We'll see how far we get. Oh yeah, for your name, AJ. All right. This is always like the hard part because I always like to do a bunch. I feel like I haven't done like a blue, like a, a pretty blue, like light blue kind of combo. So let's do that for one of these K's and maybe this M. I don't know. So these letters, these are fun. I feel like I can get through a bunch or at least like start a bunch all at once. Because, I can get them covered in dots like kind of quickly, but then I have to like wait for them to dry. So I do a bunch of them like halfway, and then I wait for top dots. I feel like the long part is like doing the resin. I feel like these are fun to do. Yeah. Hi, Anthony. Do you have any color choices? Any color recommendations? Yeah, but basically I'm just kind of restocking some things that I've been meaning to do. Letter keychains have been on my list for a while. Reds. All right, after this blue scheme, we'll do some reds. This one's going to be like some light blues, I think. And then we'll maybe add in some dark blues as well, darker blues. But I have a show in May, which is still like, a couple months away. But I have quite a few of the little things like keychains and things like that are just in need of restocking. So these are like my little tiny like busy work things when I'm not doing any large projects or custom orders and stuff like that. Like I can sit and watch TV and just like try and make as many as possible. So I'll probably do some more tonight, potentially. Potentially. I make them. So I prefer to make as many blanks as I can, just because it's cheaper that way, I mean, well, resin, it's expensive, but I can make a lot of keychains with, resin. So it actually is like pretty affordable after you just buy the resin, first off. But yeah, I have these like letter molds that I use, and I just pour like black holographic glitter in them. So they're just like sparkly black. That's my base, and then I paint on top of them. So it just depends on like how big of a bottle you get, you know. I can't remember off the top of my head how much Resin Rockers is, but that is a good resin. That's the only resin that I use. I have them linked in my bio, and there's like a little discount code that's attached to the link. I think it's like, I don't know, 5% off. It's not much, but it helps. Every little bit helps. And they sell different sizes, you know, so like you don't have to buy resin that's over $100. I mean, I do because I use a lot of resin, so it's, cheaper for me to buy like more at one time, but they sell different sizes. So, you can probably find one in your price range to at least try out. But I have a feeling if you tried Resin Rockers, you would get converted and buy Resin Rockers and not use anybody else's. At least that's what happened with me. That's what happened with me. They also have Afterpay or like Sezzle or maybe both. So like those programs where you can break up your payment over like every 2 weeks for like, four payments, break it up into 4 payments like every 2 weeks. So that helps a lot if you're, kind of budgeting a little bit and you don't have that much money to drop on resin. You can at least like, pay it off over time. That's usually what I do when I have to buy my big gallons of resin, because it's like $150, $60 or something. And I hate buying it all in one like swoop. I like to break it up. So I think they do, but I think it's over $250. So I don't ever spend that much. But I mean, you got to think about it as like, it's nice to get free shipping, but from like thinking about it from a small business standpoint, their stuff that they ship, especially when it's resin, it's heavy. So, it would cost a lot for them to pay shipping all the time. But yeah, I think it's after $250, I'm pretty sure. I think I've heard them say that before. Don't quote me on it, but I think that's what it is. They were asking for like requests on like stuff, and there were a lot of people that said offer free shipping. And they were like, we do, but it's like $250 and then you get free shipping. So I have a feeling that most people like don't ever hit that threshold. This is pretty. I wasn't 100% sure about it, but it's pretty. Were any of you guys following me back in like this time last year when I was all I was doing was keychains, because I was trying to get ready for a show that I had in May, and I thought that these keychains would be like such a big hit at shows, and so I spent all this time making a bunch of them so that I had like a bunch of different letters and different colors all throughout the alphabet, so I basically like did like a few hundred of these, and then my show totally flopped and I didn't even sell one. Yes, I do put resin on them. Here, I'll show you a finished one. So they'll get top dots, which are just dots on top of the dots. And they're super shiny, and you can see the holographic black from the background kind of peek through. And then, you know, I dome the back as well so that it's nice and shiny. But yeah. What's up, Emmy? Thanks. But yeah, I mean, these were a big hit at my state college show, so that's why I'm missing a bunch of letters and have to restock. So I figured, well, you know, I'm not going to spend as much time trying to do a bunch of these as possible, but I am going to try and get some letters that I don't have any of or that I'm running low on and just kind of see what happens. Oh, yeah. Anytime I have extra resin, I pour some letters. So I have a few others beside me, but they're just not, they don't have the little hook keychain thingy. So they're not ready to be painted yet. I like to do the hook keychain thing first. And then paint them. No, I think we're gonna get the snow on Friday, which, you know, of course, I'm gonna be at my parents' house. So, you know, I really wanted snow that I'd like got snowed in, but I'm not even gonna be at my apartment, so that's fun. But it's coming. I mean, I haven't watched the news for a second, so like I don't know for sure, but last time they said like I think 5 to 8 inches on Friday. So, you know, I told you guys, I said we were going to get hit in March because that's what happened last year. Ironically, I was watching my parents' dogs last year and we got hit with snow in March. And it was pretty funny. Sheesh. Yeah, we're gonna get hit, I'm sure. Hopefully, you know, it doesn't really impact me being out and about too much, but watch, that's what's gonna happen. I am getting my wish. Yeah, it's just a holographic black resin. Where's my, hold on. This is what the back will look like. I'll dome it off so it's nice and shiny. But yeah, I only do the front. I can also like put people's names on the back too by special request. I don't advertise it, but that's the other reason that I wanted to leave them blank. Not because I'm lazy, but because I want to have the option to be able to personalize them if asked. So I guess I should update my listing. I have so many listings though. Oh well. Maybe I'll have to do that tonight. Yeah, right now it's just been raining all day. It's not quite cold enough to snow. It's like 40, like high 40s, low 50s, but it'll drop to like perfect snowing temperature by the end of the week for sure. So when I'm done doing these little tiny dots on these two, we will set these ones aside and start a different couple letters with a different color scheme. And so while we're dotting those ones, these bottom dots will dry, and then we'll bring these back and do top dots. We're gonna kind of just like work on a few at a time. That's usually what I do when I do these letter keychains. We got almost an hour left, and we gotta get 20,000 more likes. No pressure. It's all funsies, but it would be cool. Hello, hello. How's it going? I just forgot what color I was just using. Oh well. You have the rain now. I don't have any dream catcher things. I do my best to stay away from those, just because I know that that's kind of a touchy subject to do. So I stay away from dream catchers. So I don't have any dream catcher molds or anything like that. But we actually have someone on here who makes dream catchers, by the way. Little shout out to Emmy. Green and teal. Okay, okay. Almost done. Almost done, and we'll switch up the colors. It's these tiny dots that take up the most time. You can get these covered in the bigger dots relatively fast, but going in and like micro dotting is what's pretty darn time consuming. Get some thumb exercises in by tapping the screen. So these look pretty plain right now, not gonna lie. These are some of the things that top dots really just make a huge difference on. So they'll look better in a little bit once these dry. I promise. I just stuck my hand in paint. You're trying to do some line work on a butterfly. Oh. How's that going? You gotta get yourself a nice pencil sharpener. That's what I do. I have a pencil sharpener on standby, and I sharpen up my watercolor pencil like all the time so that I have a nice sharp little pencil tip. But yeah, I mean, I used a mechanical pencil for a while, but it was just so hard to erase in between like the dots, like the lines in between like the row of dots. That was hard to erase. So then using a watercolor pencil really helped with it. You just wet Q-tip, it goes away. I mean, it's possible to erase. You're gonna spend a lot of time erasing them. All right, hold on. I need to get some colors. I'm lean and get some, nope, I gotta stand up. I am not tall enough. My arms are not long enough. I'm gonna fall over. Oh my gosh. Can't reach. And then we'll go in with top dots for darker colors. So we'll start off with some lighter colors to make sure that they show up. And then we'll top dot with like a pretty dark teal and stuff as well. Yes. Howdy, howdy. Happy Monday. Oh, nope, we don't like that glare. Just kidding. Because I'm using so many colors, I'm not whipping out any paint plates or anything. I'm just going back to the paint caps. Yeah, that's the life of a pet. I just vacuumed today, so there's not as much glitter as there was, but there's still a bunch of glitter everywhere. It never truly goes away, you know. You know, you're just adding a little extra sparkle to your life. That's all. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Popping some bubbles. Popping some bubbles. There will be more teal on this, but I'm waiting for the top dots to really bring out the teal. Don't worry. Well, Toby had a pink, purple, and blue tail for a second because he put his tail in my art the other week. And now I find like blue and purple and pink like random streaks on my floor. And every time I see it, I'll like scrape it off. I'm like, whoops, that was from the cat. Oh. Ad. Facebook ad. Oh, I just realized I was dotting off camera. I'm so sorry about that. My bad. So sorry. So the butterfly sold yesterday. I was happy about it, but also really sad about it because I didn't get to enjoy it at all. That's the hard part. I'll make stuff that I'll really, really like, and then it'll be one of those things that, like, of course I want it to sell, but I'm also okay with it not selling, like, right away, you know, so I can hang it up for a little bit and enjoy it. But nope, it sold within, like, 20 minutes of me posting it. Oh, what are you buying? What you buying? What are you spending your monies on? I love buying things, so let me live vicariously through you. Tell me what's in your cart. Woohoo! Hooray! Yeah, you're gonna need it. I just got like a $5 or $6 pencil sharpener from Hobby Lobby, and it's like an automatic one, but you can also like turn a knob and you can just do it manually. But yeah, and then I just got like, I need to buy another watercolor pencil. I mean, like not right now, but like soon, because I'm using a lot of it and I only have one. So next time I go to the Hoblob, I'll have to buy like 2 of them just to have. Yeah, the chalk, I mean, it's nice. The chalk is hard to remove sometimes too, from what I noticed. But yeah, even if you get it sharp enough, it breaks really easily inside the helix ruler thing. So yeah, that's another reason why I made the switch, because I just couldn't keep it sharp long enough for it to like do what I needed it to do. But the watercolor pencils just, they erase so easily. Every once in a while I'll hear like a sound. Did you guys hear that sound? Or is it just me that can hear it? Because I don't know what that is. And I've heard it on other people's lives, so I'm assuming maybe you guys can hear it. Oh, maybe it's when you hit like certain numbers, maybe. We just hit 20K. Yeah, I've heard it a few times, and I'll like look up at my screen to see if I can see what it is, and I never can. Ouch. My back hurts, you guys. Woohoo! Is that what it is? Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, it's some type of notification sound, but it's through TikTok. Because I've never heard that on an iPhone otherwise. So it's something on TikTok. I just never know what it is. It is, yeah. Oh no. It's similar to the Etsy noise, but that's not what it is. That's not it. And it doesn't happen on Shopify. So, but I know what sound you're talking about. No, that wasn't it. Thanks. They are, well, one of them is a custom mix. So like my thumbnails, that's my custom mix that I made. But then my other nails, it's an epoxy additive, that Down Glitter Holler. They just released recently and they restocked it on Wednesday. And since I was getting my nails done on Wednesday, I was like, well, let's put that on my nails so that I can make a little video telling everybody that they restocked them. A little promo video, if you will. So yeah, technically it's all sort of custom glitter in some way, shape, or form, but I didn't completely custom all of it, just one of them. My black opal nails. Oh, the sound? Yeah, I don't know. Well, maybe if we hit another, like, milestone, but I don't know. I don't know when it would make that sound, if it even does. Hello, hello. How's it going? I'm slacking today and did not prep any animals to paint, so we're doing some letter keychains tonight, and I'll prep some animals so that tomorrow we can do some animals maybe. So I have an Etsy. That's what I started out on. But I bring most of my traffic, and I don't like paying for the ads on Etsy and, you know, all the extra just like fees that Etsy tacks on to their sales. I think they take a lot from me, and it's a great way to start out. I think Etsy's great for a lot of things, you know, and like most online platforms, you know, you gotta pay some sort of fee, you know, like if you, hello Sharon, like if you sell on like Poshmark or Mercari and things like that, like there's always going to be some type of like selling, like processing fee, like things like that. But Etsy just has a bunch of them, and I got my shop to a point where I can't turn off ads. And so if someone comes to my shop through an ad, Etsy already has about like 12% like of the sale as it is. But if someone comes into my site through an ad, that's an extra 15% that's going to Etsy. So they're taking almost a quarter, more than a quarter of my sale. And I didn't like that because I bring most of my traffic anyways. So I made the switch to making my own website, and I've had that since like the summer, since like June, I think. And I've kept my Etsy for international orders because it's really hard to set up international on my Shopify. So I keep that for my Etsy. And then, or I keep my Etsy for that. And then I also keep my Etsy because, you know, Etsy offers a platform that people use. You know, it's trusted. If someone wants something handmade, they're going to be like, oh, I'm going to go to Etsy, you know? And so I keep it open so that I can have people find my stuff that don't follow me on social media. But the majority of my sales come from my website through like TikTok and like my social medias. So none of my like links have my Etsy, you know? So that means like you guys, unless you're like, my stuff pops up on Etsy, like you guys won't, you know, I'm not directing you guys to my Etsy. You guys will go to my website and first. So, but yeah. But yeah, that's, you know, that's why I don't have, or I don't use my Etsy that often. What animal am I thinking of doing next? I don't know. I have, let's see. I'm getting low. I'm getting low on my animals, you guys. So we have a paw print, but I just did one, so I think I'm going to save that. We have a dachshund that needs sanded. I didn't sand that one, but I need to sand it. This I'm going to try and make into a peacock, but I don't know if I'm doing that with you guys or just saving it to do on my own. We have some mini frogs. We've got a French bulldog. We got a corgi, which also needs sanded. We've got a chihuahua. We have a German shepherd. I've had that one for a while. We have a German shepherd head, which might be cool to do. I don't have any phone cases, though. That's the thing. And then we've got a little dachshund, like with a heart cut out. I need to paint it. We got some little baby turtles, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, I'm running kind of low on my pieces. So I don't think there's really anything. There's another flamingo, but this has like etched, so I won't be dotting that. And we have an MDF butterfly, but I don't know if I want to paint MDF. I'm not sure. So maybe we'll do that, but meh. I have an iPhone 13 Pro. Yeah, an iPhone 13 Pro. Woohoo! 16 shares. You guys are awesome. Top dot time, my favorite. I'm good, you know, I'm just kind of dotting away, just preparing for a market in May, you know, just prepping ahead of time, restocking some keychains because I sold a bunch over Christmas time and I'm now just kind of getting back into restocking things. I was doing some coasters and I kind of messed up on them, so I'm feeling a little just like frustrated right now. So I'm hopeful. I don't know if I can fix it or not. Because it wasn't like a paint issue. My wood warped on a set of coasters I painted last night. So I'm trying to flatten them back out in hopes that I can save them one of these days. But I won't know until probably tomorrow. So I'm kind of like in like one of those moods because it like completely ruined my mood today and it's raining. So that's also like not helping with my mood, if you know what I mean. Oh, good. Hold on. I will look. Ooh. That's really neat. It looks like you're kind of like weaving like the gold and yellow part. I could potentially look for one if you really want a dream catcher. It wouldn't be a keychain because I don't want to buy the mold and not use it after the fact, but I could do like a painting like I've been doing. I'm sure I could find a dream catcher if you really want one, but I wouldn't do it on camera. I would do it like on my own so that, you know, I don't have to advertise that I'm like doing it, so that I don't hurt anybody's feelings by accident. Yeah, I think it's all weather related. Yeah, hey, do you have an Instagram? Because if you do, message me on Instagram and I can send you pictures of things that I find. That's kind of easy since, you know, on TikTok I can't send pictures. But I could look and see if I can find a decent one. So I'm using Extreme Sheen right now. It's what, sapphire? Deep sapphire. So this is like a really pretty like metallic dark blue. And I'll probably grab a color shift, probably. I don't know. Yeah, most likely I'll do a color shift as well with this. Yeah, I think the funk is weather related and just, you know, this is that time of the year that just sucks, I think, for most small businesses. I mean, everybody's hurting right now, you know. Hi. There is a thing with them. A lot of people, it's one of those things that are like reserved for like I don't know if I'm using the right terms. The indigenous, I think, or like the certain tribes, you know. It's like I don't know if it's illegal. I don't know. It's just one of those like things that you shouldn't do if you're not, you know, native. That might be the word, native. Oh, well, you know, listen, people on here like to cry cultural appropriation a lot. I don't want to say cry because that sounds mean, but I feel like it's just overly, you know. And I've gotten called out for it a couple times, and it like makes me panic because I'm not doing anything, but you know, it's hard for me to fight for myself. But yeah, it's just, I've seen people get like called out for painting, or not painting, but doing dream catchers, and that's just, I'm trying to stay away from it just in case. The one time, like one Halloween-ish, not Halloween, but around Halloween time, I was doing a sugar skull, not last Halloween, but the Halloween before, and I had a ton of people come at me about it, and to the point where I just like really kind of stopped working on it. I mean, I eventually finished it, but it was like one of those pieces that just like it completely ruined it for me. And not everybody has the same feelings, you know. Like whenever I was doing the sugar skull, there were a couple people who were watching, and they were like, I don't think you're being disrespectful at all. Like, this is my culture, and like I'm not even like offended. Like, if anything, you know, like what you're doing is honoring it. But there are like the opposite side of things where people just get really, really upset if, you know, you're not any part of that culture and you're doing it. Because there's a difference between appreciation and appropriation, and the line kind of gets fuzzy when, like, I can paint it if I wanted to, right? But then because I sell my art, that's when people start to get upset about it. So, you know, it's just a fine line. And when you live your life on the internet, or you base your business on the internet, it's really scary because people can cancel you really easily and like completely take away all that you've worked hard to do. Like, I've seen people like get their accounts taken down because people, you know, got so upset that they were like, you know, reporting and whatever, and they lost, you know, their account. And for small businesses who rely on like a lot of their social media accounts and things like that, to have people be able to just take that away from you really, really easily, and then you have to start over from the beginning, is just terrifying. And so there's a lot of just walking on eggshells just to be safe, which is sad, but that's just the reality of things, unfortunately. We're almost there. We got a half hour left too. But yeah, so that's why I don't do certain things, just to kind of keep the peace, you know. I'm a lover, not a fighter. I don't want to have to constantly defend my art, because that's just not going to be fun for me, obviously. So I'm a little bit of a softie too, so I can't take hate very well. There's a difference between hate and constructive criticism, but I can't take hate very well at all. Thank you. I know whenever I go on to Down Glitter Hollers lives on Mondays, which they're not having one this Monday, unfortunately, but most Mondays I hang out in their lives at night for a long time, and we just sit there and just tap, 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 tap. So I feel your pain, you guys. I've been through it. All right. So much better with top dots. Wouldn't you agree? Ooh, enjoy your dinner. Thanks for hanging out. It was good to see you. 30K, we did it! Hooray! All right, hold on. Let me put my blues back. Let me put these blues back because I need to keep myself organized. Nope. Ah! Oh my God, my light fell. Hold on. Jesus Christ. Stop. Can we not fall over? That would be so nice. I don't know if that just ruined anything. A little bit. It kind of ruined it. Sorry, my light fell. That was fun. That was so fun. Annoying. And messed up just a little bit. Just a little bit. But we can fix it. We can fix it. Sorry, it made me jump too. I like dove for it. My light is kind of like balanced so that like I can have it up higher and it kind of makes it easier for you guys to see. But it tips over kind of easily. So sweet. I will look when I get off live because I accidentally X'd out of all of my my tabs on my computer, and so I have to log back into everything. And I don't know my passwords off the top of my head. So I'll check my Instagram when I'm done with my live tonight. I love when that happens. Annoying. Hello, hello, hello. Just gotta top off my dots a little bit. Some of them got a little smushed. Yes. Oh, have fun. Have fun making dinner. Thanks for hanging out, Tara. It was good seeing you. Ow. Okay, I need to like sit still. But yes, I do resin these. I use UV resin on these. I do a coat on the front and a coat on the back as well. But here's a finished one, for example. You can see nice and shiny and protected. Thank you. Sorry, I'm just touching these up because I suck and I just, knocked everything over. All right. I think that's all good now. Move this away and we'll bring these back. No, these are resin letters. I molded them out of resin. And like black holographic glitter and resin. And then I screw in these little like eye hooks I don't have any more left, so I can't show you how I do it. I have to buy more. But, and then I just seal them off with UV resin. But I like to make as many blanks as I can, especially for like my keychains and, you know, jewelry, things like that. It's a little bit more affordable this way. Good night, good night. Have a great night. I tend to work with a lot of wood and a lot of resin. Those I feel like are my main two things that I work on, that I paint on. Thanks. Right, Lisa? I use Decavart Americana acrylic paint. And then I seal these with UV resin to protect them and make them super shiny and beautiful. Yeah, it's under a coat of resin right now though, so I can't like completely show it to you, but we can do a little peek through the container. Time to get up and stretch, everyone. Time to get up and stretch. I guess I'll lift the lid off, but there it is. I put some metallics. I never actually finished it on live. I decided to do it on my own because the person who ordered it, she wasn't going to be able to watch it be completed anyways. So I just decided to complete it on my own so that the next live that we did, we could work on the flamingo. Ooh, look how that glitter dried down, you guys. Just nice and sparkly. So yeah, we did this technically the second day that we were supposed to do the bearded dragon. Thank you. Oh, you're still on here. Yeah, so I just decided to do it on my own since you weren't gonna watch. Since you had the show, the reptile show that you were going to. Thanks. This one's really pretty. This is the metallic peacock pearl, the dazzling metallic color that Jen sent me the other day when she sent me the mug. She also sent me some paint, and that was this is one of them. All right, what was that? See, I'm looking at my screen and I don't see anything different. I was thinking it was because we hit a certain number, but we didn't. So I don't know what that sound means. Well, if that were the case, then, you know, we would be hearing it anytime we hit, you know, but we haven't heard it for about 15, 20,000 likes. So I'm not sure what that sound means. Yeah, this is DecoArt Dazzling Metallics. So I don't have too many of these ones because the consistency sometimes is odd. Like with most metallic paints, you just have to be careful with the consistency. But this actually isn't too bad. This is actually pretty easy to work with. I'm actually kind of surprised. Yeah, nothing changed. No, because I already saw I haven't quite been on for an hour and a half yet, so they'll probably like send me a little message in a second, but that doesn't make a sound. It's just like a little, it looks like a comment and it just says, "Good job, you've been live for, you know, X amount of time. Don't forget to take a break." But yeah, it never like makes a sound. It's just like a little comment that I think I can see, but maybe you guys can't see. I guess we'll never know. Yeah, it's pretty. It is pretty. It's the first time I've used it. I like it. I like it. Yeah, sometimes that's just what happens, and there's really not too much I can do about it, I don't think. Sometimes it's better than others. Like when I use the acrylic rods, it usually like focuses because my hand is directly like underneath it. But when I'm doing these smaller dots like I am right now, and I'm using a curve tool, it's kind of keeping my hand a little bit out of the way. So it's focusing a little better, I think. It's when my hand goes like directly underneath my camera. It does like my hand. Which is funny because my hand is just dry and cracked and ugly. Yeah, see, anytime I go directly underneath it, I just watched it happen. Oh, see, great job. You've gone live for 90 minutes. Don't forget to take a break. But it didn't make a noise. Yes, you need the color shifts. You do. Slowly but surely add them to your collection because they're a little pricey compared to like, you know, regular deco art. They're a little pricey, so it'll be a little bit of an expense to get all of the colors at once. So I would recommend getting a couple colors at first, just like the really good colors, and then filling in, you know, your collection as needed. But there's a good like 5 or 6 of them that like if you're gonna buy them, buy those ones first, because those are the ones like you'll probably end up using the most out of all of them. But I mean, it's nice to have them all. Like actually this one right here is a color shift and it's one of my favorites. No, Tara left. She went to go, I think she said she was making dinner. I'm pretty sure. It's deco art, just regular deco art. I'll have to find the color again because I put it back. But yeah, it's real pretty. I don't know if I like this green, so I'll just do it on this one, and I'll choose a different color for the M. I mean, I like it, but it's not hitting how I want it to hit. If that makes sense. Oh, she does? I'll have to ask her the next time. Trying to like keep my hand out of the way, but thank you. As soon as I just said I didn't like the color that I was using. That's funny. I think I'm gonna use one of the green color shifts instead. Well, this one is done, so we'll move on to this one. Ouch. Ouch. It's the top dots, but I'm telling you that the camera is going to lose focus for sure because I am using an acrylic rod tool and it always seems to focus on my hand when I'm doing it this way because there's really no way to keep my hand out from under the camera when using acrylic rods because you gotta kind of dot up and down. So yeah, that's better. That's better. That kind of hit more like I wanted it to. No, there is an Etsy sound, and it sounds similar, but it's not quite that. I know exactly what sound you're talking about because I haven't turned it off. And so when my phone is like when my notifications are on, which right now they're not, so like you won't hear it. But I know exactly what sound you're talking about. Hello, hello. Oh yeah, no. Nope, they're just top dots. They're just little top dots. Top dots make everything better. So that blue, by the way, is called Tropical Blue. That dark blue. Tropical Blue. I'm gonna throw it. No, I don't. I'll do 3 sometimes, but the thing that you have to be careful with when you're doing top dots is that with each dot that you add, the like thicker the paint gets. And so it'll take more coats of resin. So since I coat most of my things in resin, I don't like I always have to do 2 coats of resin. Like pretty much every single time I do it, I have to do 2 coats of resin, which is kind of expensive and it's annoying. Like it just takes a while. And so the higher the dots sit, the more coats. But yeah, mostly it's 2. I don't usually leave them without top dots. But yeah, I'll do triple dots every once in a while, but not all the time. Okay, now what? We have like 10 minutes, so we'll just do the bottom layer. Or start, oh wait, we said reds, didn't we? We said reds. Thanks. I'm digging this like wave kind of like thunderstorm sounding music. Reds are hard because there aren't like that many good shades. And some of the darker reds, they don't show up well over black. But I'm sure we can make it work. Maybe use some color shifters. You've been trying to catch this part on a live, really? How come? What's so special about this part? The beginning, just the beginning part. Oh yeah, we'll do glitter dots for sure. They'll just have to be the second layer. Break out this the red color shift. Never used this before, so we're gonna do a couple color shifts. So whenever I do the scatter dot method, I start off with the largest tool that I'm using in the whole design, and I just scatter it around, and then as it starts getting like filled up with dots, I move to smaller tools, so it kind of helps it look random, but like also just like not so many of like the same colors and sizes like right next to each other, if that makes sense. And it's kind of hard to show like on something this small, but yeah. And then as you get to like the smaller and smaller dots, you're kind of just filling everything in. And it just like fits nicely. So I'm swirling because the paint that I'm using right now, it's a color shifter, just one of the metallic-y kind of colors that I have. And with a lot of metallic paints, and especially these color shifting paints, the consistency is like almost stringy, if that makes sense. Like this one isn't too bad, but sometimes it is. The other one was much worse. Let's see if I can like show you what I mean. Oh yeah, like, so I don't know if you can tell. It's not going to do it now, but it did it when I took the top off. Anyways, just the way that the consistency is, you don't like the paint doesn't kind of come off from the tool very well. It kind of leaves behind a string, and so I swirl so that the little string doesn't like snap back and like just like go across my piece. It's kind of like a glue sort of consistency. So I find if I swirl, it just kind of helps me not mess up as much. I mean, sometimes it still happens, but Not every time. I've learned to kind of work with them. And it's funny because that's one of the reasons I don't like using metallic paints that often. However, the color shifting paints are so pretty that I deal with it. If they were any other like color or just like regular old paint, yeah, I wouldn't be using them. But because they're really pretty and you can't find them on in another brand or anything, I don't really have a choice and I have to work with them or not. But yeah, it's just the way the consistency is, and I don't like having to ruin my pieces by accident. Sometimes it still happens. I'm using the term ruin pretty loosely. I can usually fix it, but it'll just add extra annoying cleanup or work that I have to do to it. But yeah, so it's a consistency thing. That's why I swirl. I was doing it and I wasn't even thinking about it. It's one of those like things that you learn as you get into dot art. You'll kind of learn like little tips and tricks to kind of help your paint go on a little bit better. And that's one of them, I think, that you just kind of learn subconsciously after messing up a bunch of times. But yeah. You'll hear like some people like kind of say they're sticky, stringy. It's hard to show it without like you actually like seeing it like with your own eyes, like right in front of you. Because of course when I try and recreate what's happening, it's not happening. But for anybody who has used the color shifters before, they know exactly what I'm talking about. It's usually not the ones that have the gold shift. It's usually the ones that have the blue kind of shift to it. So these are going to be keychains. So here's a finished one, for example. It's a keychain. So I got relatively low on my keychain stock over the holidays. And so I'm just now going through my to-do list of like restocking things. And I also have a show coming up in May, and keychains sell pretty well for me at shows. So I'm just getting some ready. So we were painting, we did these guys, these four. And so once these dots dry, I'm going to put UV resin on top, but we're not going to get to that tonight because I'm actually getting off in like 3 minutes because it's almost 8 o'clock. But yeah, I'll go over with UV resin and then, yeah. The green K, it's really pretty, but the darker green, like I wanted it more bright. It didn't like pop as much as I wanted it to. It's still really pretty, but I wanted it to pop. That's kind of like the point with top dots, at least for me, is I try to choose a color that's like opposite, or like a darker or lighter shade, you know, so that you can easily see the difference in the two colors. Hey! Usually just one, sometimes two, but usually just one. Because the thing with UV resin that's different than regular resin is that UV resin doesn't have the time to settle out and flatten. You can cure it right away before it starts to settle, and so you can keep it domed a lot easier than just regular resin that'll set over time. So here's a coaster that I did, and you can see like the difference between the pink and the gray. I really like to have like that so that you can kind of see the colors pop a little bit more. If that makes sense. Oh, hey! What's going on? What size are the keychains? I don't know. They're probably about an inch, inch and a half, maybe 2 inches, depending on what letter it is. But I mean, they're not too big by any means. Like, they fit on a keychain really well. I mean, my name is Jenna, so I have a J on my keychains. Like, I'll show you one of mine really fast. So it's a little bit, you know, smaller than some of the other letters, but like, you can see that, I mean, I have a shit ton of keychains on my keys, but you can see that it's pretty small. Like, here's my car fob. So it's not, you know, anything too cray-cray. Look at what my friend got me for Christmas. It's a tub. It's a little tub. And then this is my QR code, my keychain. I keep it so if I don't have a business card on me. If any of you businesses, this is a good idea to get, if you have a QR code, get it made into a keychain. So if you forget your business card, you can just have someone scan it with their camera and it'll bring you right to your website. Now I'm just showing off my keychains because I'm about to hop off. I bought this from my friend at a craft show. I just thought it was funny, hilarious. And then I have a small business that I found here on TikTok. Wow, these are very loved at this point, but a cute creator does little cat people things, and I loved them, so I bought some. But yeah, so as you can see, they're not really that big and annoying. I mean, I'm a person that loves keychains on my keys, but they're a nice size for keys. But no, it's from Monster Kitty Society, I think. I know, it's like my house key and my mailbox key. Yeah, it's Monster Kitty Society, I believe, is where I got those. Or Monster Cat Society, one of the two. They're on TikTok, but they have really cool stuff. Stickers, keychains, all that good stuff. But with that being said, I am going to hop off because it's 8 o'clock. It's time for me to go get my Starbucks. Thanks for getting me over 30,000 likes, you guys. I will be on tomorrow around 6:30, so about the same time that we were on today, 6:30 to 8. And we can paint an animal, I can prep an animal, or we can continue to do keychains or do something else. I don't know, but I'll prep an animal to give you guys the option, but we can continue to do keychains. I don't mind. But have a wonderful evening. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out. Bye.